My best moment was after the game, around 30, when we hold the trophy. Good teams are run by the coach. Very good teams are run by the change room. That's the expectation from our wonderful fans. They come to watch us play and they want us to attack. 100 words from me is strong as 2 words from Oscar, 2 words from Elaine, 2 words from Yang, from Vargas, from Yingfeng. When the players are doing the talking, much more powerful. Over time, trust built between us helped us win the title this year.
各位观众朋友，大家好，我是娄一晨，欢迎收看咪咕视频为您所打造的独家访谈节目《超对话》。刚刚过去的2024赛季中超联赛，上海海港队无疑是最大的赢家。他们攻防俱佳的表现，不仅仅让球队获得了中超联赛的冠军奖杯，同时呢，也让球队打破了联赛当中的诸多纪录。而所有这一切都离不开第一次来到中超执教的澳大利亚名帅穆斯卡特。穆斯卡特对这支球队的调教到底是有哪些因素成就了这个赛季的上海海港队？第一个赛季的执教，穆斯卡特又有哪些轶闻趣事？第7期节目，让我们带着这些问题一起走进冠军教头穆斯卡特，我们一起来聆听他的足球哲学。在来到中国执教这个中超联赛的球队之前，对于中国足球，对于中超联赛有多少了解？
Yeah, firstly, thank you for the invitation to speak tonight, this afternoon. Yeah, I think there was an era in Chinese football that the whole world was aware of what was happening in China. So from that perspective, I had some knowledge, obviously, of the players that were coming here and the competition. And obviously during that time as well, with my team in Melbourne and then also in Yokohama, we played against Super League teams many times for the ACL competition. So yeah, I had a reasonable understanding. Then obviously, prior to coming, that we watched many games, not only of Shanghai Port, of other teams, to make sure that we have a real good understanding of the competition.
回到1年前，穆斯卡特先生是如何下定决心来加入到这个中超联赛执教？因为他是中超联赛历史上第一位来自澳大利亚的教练。
At the time, it was not an easy decision. I had opportunities, but the defining moment for me was, firstly, I'm looking for a good football project, and it was a visit of Mr. Sun, who explained to me in detail the club's vision of what they want to try and achieve. That vision aligned with my own. So then it's a matter of understanding, is it possible? What is the environment like that I'm going to? And knowing, coming into Shanghai, living in Shanghai, for myself and my wife, it's easy to transfer to living here. And then understanding that in a short period of time, can we put in place a style of football that's good enough to win? And once I understood those things and those things were clear to me, the decision was quite easy.
第1年来到中超联赛，第1年来执教中超联赛的俱乐部球队就拿到冠军，是不是在一开始就有想到过会取得这样一个成绩？
I never thought it was going to be easy, and it was not easy. But the one thing is that I could sense immediately that the passion for what we tried to do. We asked the players back in January, to be different. To everything we're going to do this year is going to be different to everybody else.
刚刚教练是非常强调了这个不一样这个词，那么 在来到这个中超联赛执教这个中超联赛的球队，跟他过去在澳超在这个日本的 J 联赛执教的俱乐部球队有一些什么样的不一样，或者说这个让他印象最深刻的不一样是哪些东西？
I think for myself, it wasn't so much to do things differently. My teams have always been teams that are very aggressive, aggressive with the ball to attack and score goals, aggressive into trying to get the ball back high and quickly. So it wasn't so much different, but it was more about differences that we were going to, the idea was to take the playing group out of their comfort zone. And maybe it was a little bit different to what the players have done previously. And maybe a little bit different to other teams in the CSL. Yeah. So that's what I mean by doing things differently. And all of a sudden it was more about then creating our own identity, that whenever we play, the people can come, enjoy, come to the stadium, forget about all the stresses of work and forget about everything else, and just for 90 minutes have a release and enjoy the football, watching football.
刚刚呢，教练也是不断的提到了他对于海港这支球队的这个调教，着重要突出比如说几个字侵略性，然后呢不断的进攻。教练是如何在这么一个赛季的过程当中，在这么这个大半年的时间里面，把所有这些从自己的想法转变成球队的一个现实？
I think the start of everything is the foundation. So early on in pre-season, we worked very hard with the players. They worked even harder than this coaching staff in implementing a structure and a playing style. And if we're honest, at the start of during pre-season and even the start of the season, okay, it took a little bit of time, you know. And but what was great about this team is that the guys continue to believe. And then once we started to get good performances and the results followed, the belief started to build even greater, to the point where we would be winning games. And then one time I asked the players at half time, okay, we are winning and we're winning comfortably. Now you decide. You decide as a group. Do you want to relax now, or do you want to continue being aggressive and continue to attack and continue to score more goals? And immediately Oscar, Wule, Mati Vargas, no, we attack, boss. We keep attacking. So this for me was a big turning point, because now I don't need to convince anymore. The belief was within. And good teams are run by the coach. Very good teams are run by the change.
96个总进球，教练在这个联赛打到最后阶段，有没有真的想过说要取得100球以上的进球？
I'm not. I'm big on not setting targets because targets, when they're achieved, become barriers. So, and it also it puts a limit on things. So we never once spoke during this run about breaking a record. It was purely about the next contest, and it wasn't even about winning the contest. Our focus was on preparation for the contest and then performance, because experience tells us that if you get preparation right and performance is right, normally the result is good also. Also, during this time, we didn't celebrate these milestones. There wasn't team photos or big celebrations because we know that the celebration is in November and December. So we were focused on continuing, and that created a strong mentality. The mentality was throughout the season has been very, very positive.
Okay. 在整个这个赛季的过程当中呢，咱们球队海港队创造了多个赛场上的经典时刻，比如像有这个吴磊在单场比赛当中打进4粒进球比如说像巴尔加斯有过这个在中线 超远距离的这个吊射破门，甚至还有像中后卫里昂在门线上的这个极限的救险。那么如果要让教练来选择这么多这个经典瞬间，其中某一个他会选哪一个能代表整支球队今年最好的一个表现？
Yeah, it's like asking me which one of my children I like best. Yeah, they're all special, all special. So yeah, difficult. But my best moment was after the game, around 30, when we hold the trophy. Yeah, that is if I had to pick one moment.
说到了令大家都过目难忘的那么多的这个激动人心的瞬间，那么在整个这个30轮的联赛过程当中，有哪几场比赛是让这个教练会感觉到非常非常的艰难？
Yeah, some games, the derby we were winning, and then we play with one man less. Circumstances didn't fall our way. Chengdu, on the day, if we were honest, we spoke and we said Chengdu were better than us, and they performed. Then we discussed why. But those moments there are the moments you have to be the strongest, and your belief has to be the highest, because we could only control our next two games, and understanding the hardest thing was the emotion at this time, because we were top of the table for so many weeks, and then all of a sudden, it's been a long time since we wake up on Monday and we are second. So it's more about the emotion. So again, we turn back to the mentality. Okay, preparation is the most important now. So we're recovering well, we're preparing for the game to improve performance.
整个这个赛季呢，从旁观者、从观众的角度上来看呢，咱们这个上海海港队主打的阵型基本上就是4231的这样的一个阵型。那么这样的一个阵型是这个教练为这支球队、为所有这些球员量身定做的吗？
Formation for me is when everybody is static, because the game is always moving. People are moving. The principles of play rather than formation. We have a clear understanding of what we're trying to do, and the end goal is to score more goals than the opposition. Clear. But how do you do that? And then we focus on how can we arrive the ball into the box in control, not contest, control. How many touches, how many passes can we get in the opposition box? Because all this leads to more chances, leads to more goals. So it's very much process driven rather than outcome driven. So the formation is not so important for me. Woulay is the best example of this. So in the graphics at the start of the game, it will be 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Okay, but Woulay cannot score 34 goals if he's on the wing. So he's inside so many times, so many opportunities. So is he a winger? Is he a striker? Where do we put him? This is what I mean by formation is not so important.
既然说到了吴磊吴磊本赛季34个进球，也是创造了又一个这个中超联赛的单赛季的射手王的一个记录。那么除了吴磊以外呢，这个赛季比如像这个巴尔加斯，包括新加盟的这个高中锋古斯塔沃第一个赛季来到中超就有20粒进球。那么作为教练在平常的训练当中如何来指点他们，为什么会在这么短的时间里面让这几名进攻线上的球员有如此巨大的一个提升？
Then Goulay's goals, it's the team, it's the people in the team that you can see that after a little bit more time, the belief was there. Then you can see they start to enjoy. Yeah. And when you're enjoying, loving what you do, you normally put a little bit more effort. And then it becomes team driven. 100 words from me, is strong as 2 words from Oscar, 2 words from Woulay, 2 words from Liang, from Vargas, from Ling Peng. So I can talk, but then when the players are doing the talking, much more powerful. Much more powerful. This is their office. This is their change room. It's their stadium. It's their Coliseum. This is where they work. So this over time trust built between us helped us win the title this year.
因为教练的理念一直是在进攻端要争取比对方要进更多的球，但其实呢，我们都看到这个本赛季上海海港队在后防线应该说也是表现出了这个相当不错的一个防守的一个水平，因为必须得考虑到目前的这个上海海港队在后防线的这个人员的配置，在年龄结构方面，在整个联赛当中，这个年龄结构是相对比较偏年长的，所以除了在进攻端以外，教练对这个球队在防守端有一些什么样的一个指点，有一些什么样的这个帮助他们来提升。
I think it's important to define defense as well, because our first defender most games this year is Gustavo. If Gustavo is not doing his job, doesn't matter what they're doing. Then Wule and Vargas and Jin and whoever plays, then Oscar. And it's when we're defending, it's not, you don't concede goals because 4 people at the back. We want to be aggressive. We want to take risks. So if we want to concede less goals, it's much easier to work not to concede goals than to work to score goals. Okay, it's simple to concede less goals, we can drop back, defend on the close to the goalkeeper, close to the arm, and guarantee we will concede less goals. But same time, I think we don't score as many goals, and I'm more interested in attacking and entertaining, and I can feel now that that's the expectation from our wonderful fans. They come to watch us play and they want us to attack. This gives me so much joy.
Score more goals.
Score more goals than the opponent.
最近几年，整个这个国际足坛呢，澳大利亚教练是成为一道非常亮丽的风景线。比较具有代表性的就是您过去曾经合作过的著名教练波斯特克格鲁。那么，您的整体的这个足球的认知跟这个执教的风格，是不是也很大程度受他的影响？你有没有觉得对这个上海海港队的这样一个赛季的改造，整个这个打法的风格，很有一点类似于像波斯特克格鲁所执教的托纳姆热刺？
When I worked with him, when I first started, I learned a lot, but I learned to appreciate style and brand of football. And ever since then, I have use this as a measuring stick for me this is how I want to play football, and always try to improve it, and of course as well with the players you have in different countries, you have to adapt slightly, but I think at the moment we have laid the foundations for the future.
Okay.
All good, thank you.